listening to you talk about your family, I want to talk about Rob.
Yeah.
4 years ago, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and now you're an ambassador with the Shake It Up Australia Foundation. What sort of an impact, what happened to the family unit when you got that news, and what sort of impact has that had?
Oh, God, it was so awful. I remember that day because he actually hid it from me for probably about 3 months. He actually hid it from me. And we were actually in holidays in New York and he passed out twice. And I was a bit worried. He actually had to get checked into hospital for a couple of days, and it was because he hadn't slept. But when he was passing out, he was kind of shaking and it was awful. And I was really concerned at the time. And then we came back to Australia and then he was sort of sitting there and he was sort of shaking. I said, stop that. That's really annoying, which is a horrible thing to say in hindsight. And he said, I can't. And I said to him, what do you mean you can't? And he said, it's just started happening. And I said, you've got to go and get this checked out. So he went to the doctor and the doctor instantly diagnosed him with Parkinson's. And I remember this day really clearly. I had 4 staff in the showroom and he walked in and he said, I've just been diagnosed with Parkinson's. And I just absolutely burst into tears. And I was mortified because I was so upset. And I had these staff and they were such sweet girls. They're absolutely beautiful. And they said, look, you know what? We're just going to leave you guys to this and we're going to go home and we're going to leave you guys to just talk about this. And I'm quite a strong person, but when something happens with my family and health, that's something I can't cope with. And I just think I cried for about 4 days, and it was really difficult because I wanted to be really strong with him, but I was just so overwhelmed at the prospect of this man that is such an alpha male in a lot of ways and so competitive with sport and, he's such a guy's guy, to be diagnosed with an illness like this that's degenerative. And also the fact that when we went to this specialist, he said to us, his first diagnosis was, this could take 5 years off his life. And that's really confronting when you hear that. And I just went, oh my God, I can't, and our daughter was quite young at the time. And I was like, I can't do this on my own. I can't not have this man in my life helping me. And he is such a big part of my life. And I just remembered, this is very indicative of my personality. I for 4 days, I probably cried for 4 days. And then I just went, I've got to do something about this. And I just threw myself into reading as much as I could about the disease. And then an opportunity came up to be an ambassador for Shake It Up Australia. And I just thought the timing was fantastic.